Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to edit just like how you saw in Davinci Resolve, edit like Numby, Clerk, and all those things. I'm going to be showing you how to do like glows, tracking, and all that. For example, I'm going to show you how to edit like Excel with a sniping thunder effect, and then I'm also going to be showing you how to edit like his more clean style where he uses like light leaks and that kind of stuff to edit. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you how to do that, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add in your audio. For you guys, it's going to be an entire song. For me, it's going to be one song. So I'm just going to add that in real quick. Here, this is the audio I'm going to be using. It's pretty simple. I mean, I'm kind of trying to just remake exactly what I did here because there's just a ton of nodes and a ton of like stuff that I have to do. I can't really fit it all in one tutorial without doing this kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So first, obviously you have your song, and then I'm gonna drag in my first clip, which is the sniper clip. I'm just gonna go ahead and drag this in, and I'm gonna go ahead and trim it really quickly. So the snipe that I'm gonna be using is the first snipe, which is that one. So I'm just gonna trim around that by using Control B, and then boom. Just trim it both sides there pretty much, and then I'm not going to be adding the velocity to this because I measured that like I measured that the bullet travels in the air for an entire 30 frames, so I don't really need to like slow down the bullet any more than 30 frames because 30 frames is like plenty to work with. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So boom, just like that. And then next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be marking where the bullet hits and where the bullet starts to travel. So we're going to find where the bullet hits by just going to see here where the number appears. Boom. I'm going to just go ahead and press M on that frame, and then we're going to go ahead and find the frame where the bullet shoots. So right here, just go look down at the ammo here, 1, and then when it turns to 0, I'm going to go ahead and mark it. So boom, this frame it turns to 0. I'm just going to mark that there, and then I'm just going to extend this clip out. And then that's pretty nice. So next, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and add in the first effect. Well, I mean, we're gonna be adding in the first effect, which is gonna be like the dark glow kind of thing that is like reddish. So I'm gonna be showing you how to do that. So first, we're just gonna go ahead and copy this, and then we're gonna paste it here. I'm not gonna be like completely going through it because there's just too many nodes for this, and I'm just gonna be showing you all my settings and how I did this. So first, obviously, you just want to make sure you're going to have an adjustment clip that starts when the bullet shoots and ends when the bullet hits. So let's just go into this adjustment clip to see what we have in here. So in here, we have a color corrector. So this color corrector turns the saturation all the way down to 0, which means it's going to be black and white. Around like halfway through the clip, I just have it turned all the way to 0. And here next I have S_duotone, and there are my settings here. There are keyframes for this too. I have the mix with source on 1 here, and then at the end I have mixed with source at 0.417. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Here are all my settings. I have red and black. If you want to change it to like a different color, you can obviously do that, but I have here on red and black. Here I have S_glow. Here are all my settings. I didn't change anything that much. I just changed the brightness and this. I don't have keyframes here either. And then I have edge attack, which is a pretty nice little effect that makes everything just stand out a little more. It makes the edges stand out a little more, and here are my settings for that. I also don't have any keyframes on this. And then for BCC bulge, here are all my settings for it. For BCC settings, you're gonna have to keep on clicking these arrows and make sure they all drop down until you can find like the part where you can change the settings, because they're gonna be blacked out when you first drag them in, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, that's kind of the issue. Davinci doesn't really work well with BCC. So yeah, and for the settings for BCC bulge, you guys already seen it. It's like right here. All this pin width, I didn't really change that much down here. I didn't change anything down here, so it's just all the settings are here. Just copy them real quickly. The BCC bulge goes from the height is keyframe from 0 and then all the way to -106 at the last frame. And then for the S shake, I have the same thing. Here are my settings: amplitude 0.1, frequency 25, and then here 0.8, 0.472, and tilt shake is 0, X shake is 0. So yeah, this is how it's gonna look. And then for this, I also have it so that it keyframes from 0 in the first frame to the last frame where it's 0.1. This is kind of like the universal pre-shake that I use for all of my montages and stuff. Yeah, this is basically it. And so next, you're gonna notice here that there's a polygon, and this is kind of just for so that like the sky doesn't turn red like all the effects here. I kind of did like a detailed mask, and I was gonna motion track it, but I decided that there's honestly no use for motion tracking. You kind of just want to like do a really rough draft of the skyline, or like basically the line where the sky and the land are like separated. You just want to do a really rough draft of it. You don't have to motion track it either. I originally thought I was gonna do it, but there's literally zero purpose for doing that because we're not gonna add in like a background for the sky anyways. So yeah, zero purpose for motion tracking. You could if you want to, but yeah. Here we can just see like all the effects. So you just want to make a really rough polygon here, and then put the soft edge to 0.01, and then put the level. You're gonna keyframe the level too. So the level is gonna be from 0 in the first frame to 1 in the last frame. And don't change anything here, and don't invert it either. So yeah, that's basically for the mask. And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it for like the sky part of this, or pretty much like the pre-shake, the pre-shot part of this. And next, I'm going to be showing you how to add in like the thunder and like the next thing. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to add in a impact setting. Use whatever impact setting you want. This is mine. I'm going to show you the settings for this. This is basically the same thing as my free editing pack. I made a free editing pack, and these I pretty much just took a impact shake from here, but then I made the glow red and then the shake S shake channels like normal. So yeah, here are all the settings for it. Amplitude 1, frequency 25, motion blur I have a 0.276, and then X shake 0, Y shake I have a 1.9 or basically 2. And yeah, S glow, here are the settings for that. I just changed up the threshold a little bit, and then I put the brightness to 7. Next, S underscore flicker, I have the flicker on 0.3, and then all the settings are the same. And then lastly, I have another S shake too. This shake is basically the tilt shake, so nothing changed here. And I put down the X and Y, and then I made the tilt like a little bit, so 23 here and 1.3 here. So yeah, that's pretty much the impact. You could use your impact if you want. I don't really like how this impact looks, so I might change it if I want to actually use this in montage, but those impacts are going to be in the editing pack, so I obviously can't show them here. But yeah, this free impact is good enough really, and it looks pretty nice too. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to add in the lightning's sound effect and the lightning itself. So how we're going to do that, first we're going to go ahead and drag select these two adjustment clips. We're going to drag that up because we want the lightning to be under here. And next we're going to go ahead and drag in the lightning strike. This will be in the description, lightning strike, and there's the audio here, so just drag it like somewhere where there's nothing else, and then just unlink it, delete that, and boom, there's your lightning strike. And then next you're going to add in the sun thunder sound effect, which is also in the description. So for the lightning strike, you're going to find the frame where it's the brightest, and we're just going to take that. You could use the part where there's like other like smaller strands of lightning coming out, but I don't really like that, so I'm going to be using the part where there's only one strand of lightning here. So I'm just going to go ahead and find the lightest frame. So you can see here that it brightens up on this frame, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and Control B and cut it on that frame. And then now what we have is just a lightning that has a black background that we can't really do anything with. So how we're going to fix this is we're going to go ahead and, so I'm going to be showing you how to like just get rid of the black background. So just go into Fusion and make sure you're on the lightning, go into Fusion, and we're going to go ahead and add in a chroma here. And then we just go ahead and click on this, and then you can see this is pretty bad, so we're just gonna put the soft range all the way up to 5, and then boom, there we just have a clean, super clean lightning. Go back to Fusion, and then you can see like the frames are all it's completely like basically just blacked out. Yeah, that's a pretty nice little lightning here. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag it. So we're going to drag the beginning of the frame to where the shot hits. And if you're lagging here, just go ahead and disable by pressing D on these two adjustment clips so that we only have the lightning and we don't have any effects. So this is pretty nice. You can see here that we only have this lightning strand and the gameplay. So how we're going to fix that is we're going to go ahead and make this a fusion composition or a fusion clip. So first, I'm just going to go ahead and trim out the lightning here at the end and make sure it's at the same length. Just going to take both of these clips and highlight both of them, right click on it, and then we're going to click on new fusion clip. So what this is going to do is this is going to make it into a fusion clip, so you probably don't know what a fusion clip is, and I'm going to be showing you now. But first, before we head into fusion, we're going to make sure on the frame where the numbers appear or the frame where the shot hits, we're going to go ahead and control B so that we only have like the rest of the clip, because we're going to be motion tracking. And motion tracking we don't want to motion track like the parts where we don't need, and we're only motion tracking the parts where we do need. So we're just going to go to cut it here. We're just going to go ahead and cut it right there. And then yeah, let's go to fusion next. So in fusion, we can see media in and media in 1 and media in 2. So media in 2 is the lightning, so we can just go ahead and rename this real quick. Lightning. I'm not sure if I spelled that right, I'm gonna be honest. And then we're just gonna rename this too into the background clip. We have the background clip and then the lightning. So next what we're gonna do is, okay, so now we have the background clip and the lightning. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and find planner tracker in the fusion thing, planner tracker, boom. And then we're gonna hold shift and connect it into here where between the background clip and the merge, and make sure it's connected with the yellow line. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and first we're gonna change this to hybrid point and area. Then we're gonna change this to translation, and then background luma is fine. And make sure you're on the first frame of your fusion clip, by the way. We're just gonna go in here, zoom in, control and scroll wheel, zoom in here, and we're gonna go ahead and select the area of where you shot the person. So pretty much either their base or something, you want to do either like their base or like their build or like a tree next to it. Even anything will pretty much work, but just make sure it's like relatively close to the person that you sniped. So here just want to make like a rectangle. It doesn't matter what shape this is not a mass, it's just like for tracking. And then yeah, after we've done that, we're gonna make sure we're on the first frame and we're gonna click set, and then we're gonna go ahead and click this button here, which is gonna motion track the entire thing. So after you have your motion track done here, we can go ahead and look, and we can see that the box or like the part we drew out basically stays on the entire time and doesn't move. Obviously after the motion track, it obviously stops being tracked because it is out of frame. But yeah, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a planner transform right here. What this does, it basically saves all of your information that on this planner tracker, and then it puts it onto the transform. So this lightning will follow basically the entire tracking part. So just go ahead and put the planner transform on there, and then we can see here that it is still not we can see here that it is starting to move, but still it is not on top of like where you sniped. So how we're gonna fix that is we're gonna add transform, and we're just gonna go ahead and drag this lightning on the first frame here, drag it so that it is basically on top of where you sniped, just like that. And then boom, and then boom, you can see the lightning effect that is being motion tracked. It doesn't move at all. You can where the character turns direction, see, you can see it is motion tracked perfectly. So next, after this is completely optional, but I feel like it looks pretty good. We can go ahead and add in a color corrector. So what we're gonna do with the color corrector is we're gonna go ahead and add it in here between the lightning and the merge. So we're just gonna put this in here, and what this is gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and change like the white part of this into we're gonna go ahead and change like the blue tint on the outside here into red. So how we're gonna do that is you're gonna drag the hue until we find it that it is red. So yeah, blue, that's kind of purplish. It's kind of hard to find a red here, but we're just gonna go through and then find red. So yeah, here we can have like a kind of reddish color. This is good enough. So we're just gonna go back here and we're gonna re-enable these two clips, and then we can see here that's pretty nice little red lightning effect. So yeah, that is basically the first clip done. So next, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna just go ahead and trim out the rest of the lightning audio. Next, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be showing you how to edit like this his more clean style where he has like, you know, light leaks and that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna be dragging in this clip. This clip is honestly terrible, but I was just kind of in a rush to find the clips. So we're just gonna go ahead and use this. So how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna just go ahead and drag this all the way to the back, and right here I'm gonna use my velocity. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna press Control R on the clip. We're gonna find the frame where the clip we're gonna find the frame where the pellets hit, and I'm gonna be showing you my velocity settings here. So obviously on the frame where the pellets hit, you're gonna add a speed point. You're gonna go 10 before that. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Add a speed point. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Add another speed point, and then you're gonna go right 10 frames. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. And then another 10 frames. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So you can see here that is basically 5 speed points, each 10 frames apart. So we're going to change the first segment here to 50%, second segment here to 400%, third segment here to 50%, third segment here to 200%, and then fourth segment here all the way to 50s. And we're just going to go ahead and find the frame where you kill the guy, and we're just going to go ahead and mark it. So yeah, just like that. Press M to mark, by the way. So next, we're just gonna go ahead and put that in, and we're gonna sync it to the music. So the next sync, so the next sync should be 2 right here. And we're just gonna sync that with this. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna make the clip shorter, and we're gonna put that right there. We're gonna put this shorter and put that right there, and then we're gonna extend this out again. So how this is gonna look is, you can see the velocity here. Right now this doesn't look good whatsoever because obviously there's no effects on it, but I'm going to be showing you the effects. So now I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste what I had here, and I'm going to put this on. So by the way, if you want these into presets, then just go ahead and buy the editing pack because all of these will turn into presets. So you can see here the effects. I'm going to go into Fusion, and basically the effects are mixed colors, lens blur, and blur mode curves. And I have an ellipse on the mix colors because I don't want like the center to also have the mixed color effect, because if I take the ellipse clips off here, you can see that doesn't look very good. So I just have the ellipse on there. So I'm going to be showing you all the settings. So for the ellipse, I did not change a single setting, but I did change the soft edge to 0.2. And then for mixed colors, here are my settings here. I keyframe the opacity to be 0.85 on the frame where the shot hits, and then before that it's going to be 0, and after that it's also going to be 0. So next, lens blur. Lens blur is also going to be a part of VCC. So yeah, you're going to have to like go ahead and keep on clicking all these drop down arrows until you find until there are no more drop down arrows to click. So you just want to make sure all your arrows look like this V. You're going to keep on clicking them until they look like this V, and then until you can change all the effects. So here are the presets for this too. I have it on 0.12 iris scale, and all these didn't change. I put the gamma all the way to 703. Gamma looks the best when it's high. And then lastly, I have blur mode curves. So blur mode curves, I didn't really change anything. I put the Z distance to 0.83 on the shot, and then 3 frames before that I had it on 1, and 3 all the way like to the end of the clip I had it on 1 2. So yeah, 0.83 here. Shutter duration, I have it on 1.6454. Shutter shift, negative 0.5, and then I didn't change anything else. And next to the spline. So the spline, I kind of really didn't mess that much with it. So yeah, for the lens blur OBS, I had it like this. So it goes up really quickly and exponential, and then it just goes down slowly, and then it drops down at the end. And for mixed colors, I had it so that the effect lasted longer, so that it goes up really quickly, but then it goes down really slowly, so it lasts really long here. And that's kind of how Excel does it too. So yeah. And then lastly, blur mode curves, I just had the basic kind of transform setting. But yeah, that's pretty much how the blur mode curves look. Pretty nice. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you guys learned something here. How to edit, like, you know, yarn, all those yarn, sack, all those professional highlight editors. Hopefully you learn how to edit like this. This tutorial is mainly how to edit like Excel, but yeah, these are pretty much all like the presets that a bunch of good highlight editors do, and this is the first time seeing them on Davinci Resolve. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this helped you out or something, and peace out.